Okay, y'all, here we go. Let me see, man. I feel like it's been a minute. Since I've been live. Let's get this thing situated. All right. Yeah, man. I feel like it's been a minute. I think I put a show up on Tuesday, but sitting back live talking to y'all. Yeah, it feels like it's been a few days. More than maybe almost a week. Almost a week. Yeah. Here we go. All right. Just letting a few of y'all come in. Let's see. Maybe while I let some people come in, maybe I'm gonna do this. Maybe I should do this. Hold on. Cause I just started without it. So here we go. Hold on. All right. I just wanted to give y'all a little bit of the intro since I just jumped on it and it's been a little while. So yeah, man, welcome back, y'all. Got about 11 in here. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Hit that like button. Glad everybody could join me today. That's what's up. We got some bad freaking news. Bad freaking news, y'all. You know, that's as bad. That's as hard as I'm gonna say it. You know, it ain't that bad. So I ain't gonna be out here cussing and everything. So bad freaking news, man. Let me see who we got. Sync said he is upset. What's going on, Sync? Chin said why? You know why, Sync. BJ Guru, what's up, man? Marcus Bell, what's up? Lolita says Friday, true to his word. Salute, Combo Breaker 99. I appreciate you. Lolita, always coming through even when she working. Loyal Lolita. That's what I'm gonna start calling her. Loyal Lolita. I gotta send her out a shirt too, for real, man. Like, listeners like Lolita, they're the reason why I do this thing. I'm just saying. Brian Williams, he said, "What's up? What's going on, man?" Zaman, Robert Henry, salute. To be said, ain't enough words in the dictionary to cover the level of frustration this ish brings me. He said, "Make MMA better." The BJ said, "Calm Bizzle." Mark Robinson, what's up? It's all my fault. That's right. It's all my fault. Like always, man. Like always. Mojo, what's up? All right, yo. So yeah. Let's get into it, man. We already know the bad news. Let's get the bad news out the way. Tracy Cortez and Amanda Ebos is off. It is off. And reason B, Tracy Cortez cannot fight due to medical issue on her side, right? A medical issue. Let's see if we have any new information about it. Man, like what type of medical issue is it that waits to the last minute? Does it have something to do with weight, you think? Is it weight problems here? Is it a weight issue? Right to the cut, right down to the cut where something just doesn't clear and they can't let that person fight, or is it their choice not to fight? Like they really weren't open about what it was, you know? This is all I got. Look, 4 hours ago, 6 hours ago, Tracy Cortez has been removed from her flyweight bout with Ebas due to a medical issue. The promotion announced. Oh, they announced it on Friday, right? Yeah. Yeah. I mean, earlier today, after the weigh-ins and hold on. I'm trying to read through it here. Most successfully made weight. The UFC did not elaborate on the issue Cortez was dealing with, or if there are plans to reschedule. Damn. So they didn't even put out a rescheduling date. At least when Grasso and Arujo didn't go down, they were quick to reschedule that one. But this, man, I don't know what it is. Lolia said weight, depression, or whatever. I don't know. No, it's not weight because she made it, but maybe it's like the effects after. Maybe she could have some kidney issues or something. I don't know. Maybe something's wrong with. Hold on. There's a list of things here that I used to go by when it comes down to these weight cuts here that some of these women face. I'm gonna see if I can find it. Claw said Ebas Cortez could be booked for 282. I read it. Okay. Well, yeah, hope so. To be said could be due to the fact that she was dehydrated less than 24 hours ago. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Like when it comes down to the cut, when the cut is so when it's like a rough weight cut and it's down to the wire is what I'm saying. When it coming down to the wire, it can affect some parts of your body, and that could be something that's stopping her from fight. Hold on, let me see here. Let me see if I can find that thing. Okay, Robert Henry said, Marcus, weight issues. Has there ever been a problem in combat sports? He said system could have shut down on her. Yeah. That's what I'm thinking here. Hold on, this some brutal weight cuts. I was reading this the other day, and they were just talking about how it messes some of these fighters' endurance. Their endurance overall, it just messes that up. Like when a weight cut is so close and so rough, So maybe with the way she cut her weight, they said, okay, well, she ain't gonna be fit for the fight, but maybe for one round, she could really get hurt in there. But that comes down to a fighter that wants to fight at flyweight should be living a lifestyle of a flyweight too, right? Like I said, I don't know the issue. I'm not saying that is the issue. I'm just saying, like, if that is the situation, you would think somebody like Cortez, who fought as high as bantamweight, who wants to compete at 125, would want to stay around that area, right? So they would kind of live that lifestyle, But I don't know. That's why I just don't want to assume. I'm just kind of thinking here, just kind of throwing some things out there. But anyways, the fight is off. Hopefully, it does get rescheduled. 282, like you said in there. Let's see though, man. Like y'all had this thing close though. I put up a poll for this fight, and yeah, a lot of votes for it too. A lot of votes for this Tracy Cortez and Amanda Ebas. Y'all had this pretty close though. Tracy Cortez at 48%. Because I want to talk about these polls I had put up. Because y'all got some of these fights are tight. Yeah. Well, two of them were Tracy Cortez and Amanda Ebas. 48% for Cortez. And I know people will still keep on voting, but we can close it now. I'm gonna just close it because the fight's not happening now. So at almost 200 votes, Ebos edged her out at 52% and Cortez 48%. I was a little surprised there, just a little bit, but I do think Cortez, well, Ebos has a lot of good tools going into a fight with a fighter like Cortez. Somebody like Cortez who doesn't have the best hands, I don't think Ebos has to worry about getting chinned in there. You know what I mean? Like, she really don't have to worry about getting countered by anything big. I mean, you never know what could happen, but I think Ebos has a lot of good tools, kind of like Andrea Lee, where she can adjust on the fly. There's just certain things about her that she needs to put together. Like, she has a good solid jab. She's good offense. She likes to take chances. Sometimes she's a little reckless, but the recklessness gets her some victories. But I still think her skill sets need to be tested at flyweight. That's why it was hard for me to really pick Ebos. I was still rocking with Cortez in this fight because I said, you know what, Cortez, her pressure might be problems for Ebos, and Ebos is decent off her back with her jiu-jitsu, but we seen Cortez, how she could neutralize a fighter, big, long, lean fighter, and Melissa Gatto. I think her wrestling overall is like one of her biggest keys to victory. And she uses it well. She can brawl a little bit. Doesn't really have like the best technique though with her hands, but she can brawl some. And, that's one of the things that can help her pull out maybe a victory over Ebos, as far as, hurting her, getting her to the ground, lay and pray a little bit, And Cortez, she just finds ways to win. Like, she's not like this spectacular fighter. She's not one that likes to go out there and do anything too fancy. Like, she's not even that reckless like Ebos taking them chances, but she can go in there and get the job done, right? But now that the fight ain't happening, I'm kind of like, oh man, this is another one of them nights, man. It's got me a little depressed here. Nah, I ain't depressed for real. It'll be rescheduled. Chin said, I think Ebos can outclass Cortez. Really? Outclass is a big word. I mean, that's a bold statement right there, because I don't really see Ebos with like the spectacular resume here where she really outclassed anybody except Dern. You know what I mean? Like, I'm looking at her resume now, like, yeah, she beat Verna Genderoba, but there was some scary moments in there. Her best wins to me are Verna and Dern. Randa Marcos, I saw her beating her. Paige, come on, Paige Van Zant. Then she had a good fight with Caitlin Chikagan. I mean, her judo really helped her out. Her thing is the ground. So, she was going to have fun with Caitlin Chikagan in some moments in that fight. But I just don't see her outclassing. I really don't see her outclassing Cortez like that. Cortez, she definitely has a good style that could disrupt some of the things that Ebos does on the ground. Just like even her top position and her combine that with her weight. She could win, no doubt. Yeah, she could definitely win. But I think there would still be the moments like the Verna Genderoba fight where it would be kind of tight in some areas. But yeah, I don't see it as like an outclassing type thing, because I think they both really have similar resumes here, where you could actually say Cortez she might have some equally good fighters, She beat Agapov in early stages, close fight with Aaron Blanchfield, some good wins here in the UFC now. She is strong. Don't really have a suspect chin either. So, She says it's not really about the wins, but how the styles match up to me and what Cortez has to offer. She's a good grappler, but Ebos is too, and Cortez has no power. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, those are good points, of course. I mean, but I still think like outclassing is just a still bold statement in my opinion. Like those are good points where it would make the fight interesting, but outclass means like Tracy Cortez don't even belong in the UFC. You know what I mean? Like that's why they're both right here next to each other in the rankings, right? Because Ebos still has a lot to prove. To me, it's a test fight. I don't see anybody really getting outclassed in this one. It's gonna be a fight where I think we wind up arguing like, oh, I think Cortez won, I think Ebos won. You know, I don't think Ebos has enough commitment to IQ to just sit back and win a comfortable fight and outclass somebody. I think she likes to take chances, and that's what leaves her open to lose or even get rocked in some of these fights. Or even really turn a fight into a scrappy fight when she could be using her reach, you know, or she could be using her clinch game a little bit better, or she could be smarter on the ground, right? Sometimes she likes to get dirty, kind of like Juliana Pena. And I think that's what holds her back from being like this technical fighter that can shut fighters down in there. Man, let me turn this ad off. I hate when these MMA pages have ads playing in the background, man. What's going on? 2B said definitely got to do a video on this. Got to address our lovely commissions. GP, what's up? He said, didn't Cortez out grapple Edgar? A kind of underrated win against Edgar's grappling ability. Yeah, she did. And I give her credit for that, because that was at bantamweight too, right? So she's fought at a higher weight. And, I think that, she knows how to throw that weight around. She knows how to throw that weight around, and she knows how to get physical. And, I've just seen her in them sticky situations before, even with early in her career with like Erin Blanchfield. And even Erin, she couldn't get that submission win on her. Gabriella, what's up? She said, Cortez said she doesn't want to be in the early prelims anymore. She was hoping for her first finish. Well, she can cry us a river. Hey, Manon fought a lot of her fights in the early prelims. Tyler Santos did too. But you know how they broke out of there? You know how Manon got the Chikagan fight on the main card? She was active and she was beating fighters in dominant fashion. You know what I mean? And in crowd pleasing style. There's a lot of keys on how to do this. Like, yeah, you could be undefeated. Yeah, you can go in there and get these wins. Yeah, you can be pretty. But I think MMA fans, they starting to see through the BS with a lot of things now. They want to be like, hey, I want somebody that's going to draw blood. I want somebody that's going to bring excitement, and pretty. You know what I mean? That's what they want. But all of that other stuff comes up first. They want excitement. They want somebody that goes in there and makes big statements. Like Tracy Cortez, yeah, okay. She's eye candy to men. But is her style crowd pleasing? No. Is it main card worthy yet? No, not at all. And, I think she's an okay fighter. I do. I think she definitely knows how to win. She can carry that undefeated streak for a minute with that type of style. But as far as her going to getting out of the prelim realm, hey, and especially as a woman, you got to do something good. You got to do something big in there to make these, these casual fans want it. It ain't gonna just be about the eye candy anymore. GP says, is there any info out why exactly she pulled out? No, I'm checking right now, and all I see is the same thing: medical issue, quote unquote medical issue. Hold on, something from 2 hours ago. Let me see if there's anything new. All right, so Cortez officially weighed in without incident, but she was removed due to undisclosed medical issues. That's all they telling you, GP. Got no more for you. Yeah, 6 at weight cut did damage on her body. Yeah, that's probably what it is. It's got something to do with the weight cut. It's got something to do with the weight cut, I think. Okay. So yeah, now that this fight is not going down, it's pretty much is what it is, and we're gonna move on now. But yeah, I was not surprised about these numbers. Not surprised about Cortez Ebos because these. I did say this. Yeah, this one here was a close fight, 50-50. But most of y'all in the comments, I think. Let me see, Ebos, Cortez, Ebos. I'm gonna read a comment here. All right. MMA Art said Ebos has a glass chin, but she has physical strength, advantage, and better ground game. I think I'm going with Ebos. I think I'm going with Ebos. He don't look confident in that MMA Art. Well, I don't think her chin is glass, but it's shaky. It's a bit shaky, but maybe moving up the flyweight would have been better for her. Maybe like her chin gets shaky off of weight cuts because that does something to the body, you know. But I think a lot of people were picking Tracy Cortez in the comments, but overall, you had a 52% for Ebos and Cortez 48. But yeah, it was a close fight. It's a close one. It's a close one. Very close. All right, Gabriella said thoughts on Victoria Dudakova. I need to see a little bit more from her. She got the victory in that Contender Series. She was the one I think mostly using takedowns and using a lot of ground control, top control. Gabriella, I think, if I remember correctly. Now she got a contract. I need to see who she can match her up with though. Cause I wasn't like blown away by her. I was blown away by Bruna Brazil though. For the strawweight division. I was blown away with her, but I think her style it's okay. She's I was mostly impressed with just her control on the ground, but her stand-up game still needs a little bit of work to me. I just want to see it tested. Well, let me see. Okay. Yeah, that's interesting. Mm-hmm. Hold on here. BJ said you had that chin working. I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying, like, but she withstood it better at flyweight, right? She did withstand it better at flyweight. Because if that was 115, I don't know. She might have been out. But anyway, yeah. Hopefully they reschedule y'all. Hopefully they do. But let's jump to this fight, man. Look at this here. All right, look at this. Yasmin Jauregui, Estela Nunes. I'm surprised at y'all. I'm surprised. Yasmin Jauregui's got 49%. Estela Nunes at 51%. Wow. Y'all are really giving Estela Nunes the edge here. Y'all know something I don't know? I don't know. And I'm high on Yasmin, but at the same time, I'm not gonna be emotional or get mad at anybody. I'm just really, really fascinated at that because off of what I seen, what Yasmin did early in her career, and even her, her combate career and her UFC debut, I was thinking that, a lot of people would say, wow, this girl's got some heart and some dog in there. But off of what we seen with Estela Nunes, I thought people might say, okay, Estela Nunes, oh man, she be going a little bit, she's like a 1-round fighter, she be going for about a round or two and then she starts to lose it. I thought a lot of people have been looking at that, but I wonder if people were just picking. Or did they do their research here? Because Stella Nunes, I know, look, the girl can strike. She got a good jab. She got that Muay Thai style. She got some decent footwork, but she 0-2 in the UFC. One's a stoppage. Sam Hughes, she clearly outstruck her in a lot of good exchanges to me. Sam Hughes used her pressure, used her ground game in there, and I think Yasmin Jauregui, she's a strong fighter. So I'm surprised she edged her out. At the beginning of the poll, somebody had said Jauregui didn't deserve to be that much of a favorite. Well, she's not now. So he spoke too soon, because he only spoke when there was like a few votes. But he didn't even let the poll finish. But now you see that she ain't the favorite. So you can't say nothing now because everybody got Stella Nunes ahead. But what is it, Stella Nunes, in my opinion, if any of the 200 people in here are listening, like, what is it about Stella Nunes that made y'all pick her? What makes y'all pick Stella Nunes? I mean, yeah, the things I mentioned, she could counterpunch. She's got good angles. Maybe she might catch it early on, but I don't think she can hurt her at all. I don't think she can hurt her, man. I don't think she can hurt Yasmin. Yasmin, a dog, good chin. No, chin said the gamblers no. Yeah. Oh, minus 330. Okay. Yasmin all day. But Stella just, to me, has some good things about her, but just does not fight enough. She could go in this fight being dangerous, knowing she's 2-0 because she's on that chopping block. I don't know. Maybe I got to pull up some clips here. Ernest said, yeah, Jauregui gets hit too much. She did get hit a lot in that fight. She did. But, so did Joanna. Joanna never really had the perfect defense, but she had that volume and that work rate that got her to the top, too. And I kind of see that in her. You know what I mean? Like, she got a good chin. Of course, it won't work against some of these harder punchers, but I think she just has a style that's perfectly matched up here where she could go in there and win this one. In a Stella Nunes to win, that's kind of shaky though, man. It is. Yeah, I never count anybody out, but definitely wouldn't put money on her. Cause let me be honest about the Lucinda fight. I didn't expect Yasmin to get hit that much either, If she did get hit, I didn't expect her to get hit that much in that fight. I thought she would, fought a little bit smarter from the outside and, landed volume and avoided the exchanges, but maybe she wanted to put on an exciting fight. Marcus Bell said Nunes doesn't have answers when she gets taken down. No, she don't. And if Yasmin has that grappling down, getting in them sessions with Valentina, getting in some work with Angela Hill, her and Angela been training. So, she's getting that up close and personal work with some veterans in the game. I think that's really going to help her in this fight. I'm still rocking. I'm still going to pick Yasmin in this one. I'm just, again, surprised. I was like, maybe people are looking at that last fight. They're thinking that, Yasmin doing a lot of trading, wide open. Estella should have no problem picking her apart. But let's say if she did get into that mode where she starts to strike with, she starts to outstrike Yasmin a little bit. Yeah, Yasmin could take her down. I think she's physically stronger. I think her ground game has gotten better. And also her clinch game. Let me see here. I want to look at a couple of clips here. Yeah, that's what I was saying, GP. He said she was fighting in front of a Mexican heavy crowd. She wanted to put on a show. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Like maybe she wanted to trade a little bit. Maybe she wanted to go in there and bang it out, put the crowd on their feet. Because I personally didn't never see her get hit that much in any fight. I know she's stepping up her level, but both of them were making their UFC debut, right? Really, they were both coming straight out, fresh out the combate or wherever else they were fighting. You know what I mean? So they both were really just like lower level fighters, still on that level, just in the UFC. Neither one of them had more experience, but she was still getting hit a lot in that fight. Yeah. And maybe that's one of the things that you're looking at. Darby said, who pulled out? Cortez, medical reasons, Darby. Undisclosed, still nothing on that. Yeah, I think for Nunes, she's going to have to be very economical in this fight. She cannot be drawn. Estela Nunes cannot be drawn into the firefight or to the high exchanges. She can't do that in this type of fight, because Jauregui will win that match, and probably could hurt her. So Nunes, let me pull up some stats here. Estela Nunes. Let's see where we got some honest height and reach stats here. Estela Nunes stands at about 5'4". She got that 66-inch reach. Jauregui is 5'3", 64-inch reach. Not too much of a difference. But she can use what she has. If Yasmin wants to come in there and brawl a little bit or put on another show, she can take advantage of that. Low kicks all day. Pick her shots, take each round. With just smart, economical striking. But I don't want to see Estela go in there and try to bang with her. If she wants to get the victory, it's got to be smart fighting. Yasmin as well, though. Like Yasmin, I want to see her, double jab, take her head off the line a little bit in this fight. Not a little bit, but a lot. I want to see her use more push kicks in this fight. I want to see her mix her combinations up. Just don't keep going for the head to try to, draw attention to the crowd. I want to see her land something and even make a statement to get the fight, over in quick fashion. Because if she draws this fight out again, people are going to start saying, oh, maybe she's not ready, or you shouldn't be going 3 rounds with somebody that's 0-2, right? So not only does Estela got to put on, more of a technical performance. See, Estela needs to put on technical performance for her safety, because she could be dealing with somebody that's going to be going here to finish her, because that's how Yasmin fights. Yasmin is a killer. She likes to go in there and get a finish, or at least try to finish. So technical fight for Estela Nunes. Yasmin, I think she need to make a technical performance here to prove that she belongs in the top 15. No more brawls. You can't be going back and forth, like I said, with somebody that's 0-2. You got to take them out to make us say, okay, you're next level. It's time. Let's step your game up. You got 2-0 now. Let's see if we can get you one more fight before we try to get you a top 15 fighter. So yeah, Yasmin's got all the tools to be that type of technical dominant fighter going into this one. And I believe she's got the gas tank for 3 rounds. And she's got the physical strength and the speed. Nunes, I'd say I would give her the edge more in just kind of laying back, picking her shots a little bit more slicker in that fashion. So yeah, it could turn out to be that type of chess match where, you might see Nunes do her thing the first round or so. But I think the minute Yasmin closes distance, she's going to be landing some hard leg kicks, going up to the head, putting on combinations, and eating a few shots to give a few. And she'll close distance on her quick. I think she'll close distance in this fight real quick on Estela and really gas her out. I don't know though, man. Estela Nunes looking good on the scale though. I mean, I know physique isn't everything, but you know what I mean? I'm just saying she made the weight. And she looked good at it. So did Yasmin though. Like Estela, physically has definitely got, you know, she's definitely got a, hold on, trying to pull something up here. Yeah, she's definitely got a frame for Strawweight, like I'm saying. Long, not too wiry, still like a solid leanness to her. Yeah, he said, yeah, Yasmin's just more athletic. Yeah, I think, her athleticism is also going to help her down the stretch in this type of fight. It's definitely going to help her down in rounds 2 and 3. And that well-roundedness is going to come into play. He said Grasso will be Mexico's best for a while. Yeah, we'll see, man. We'll see. We'll see whenever that Valentina fight Grasso happens, right? Gabrielle said, I feel like it's better for a strawweight division if Ducote wins, so there can be new blood, because most of the top girls have fought each other. Yeah, I agree with that. I do. Will she win though? Oof, man, this is a test. So yeah, let's talk about this fight though. The numbers on this one though. So yeah, y'all had Nunes actually winning this fight though. Okay, so the poll on this one, y'all got it pretty much one-sided. 72% pick Angela Hill and 28% pick Emily Ducote. Like Chen said, gamblers know. Emily Ducote, she's been a long time coming. Bellator, Invicta, fought a lot of different styles, faced a lot of different fighters, came up short. But, she stepped out of the box in Invicta. But yeah, that's still Invicta. You got to remember, level of competition is different there. But she did it. She did it. She earned her spot, get signed. Got a victory over Jessica Benet. It was well earned, though, I'll say that. It was well earned. The victory over Jessica Benet was well earned. I mean, Jessica Benet was not a slouch in that fight. I mean, who agrees with me on that? That Jessica Benet fight was good. But Jessica Benet, she was in it. It wasn't like it was some one-sided easy starching, though. She was in it. Then you got Angela Hill here. Angela Hill trying to break these break these losing streaks, I mean, Angela Hill is 14 and 12 now. She holds that true gatekeeper record. Like in boxing, what's his name? Emmanuel Augustus. Emmanuel Augustus. If y'all know boxing, go check his record out. That's who Angela Hill kind of reminds me of. That fighter that a lot of people let the record deceive. Let me put it that way. When they see 12 losses, they think that person is going to be easy. Like Roxanne. When you see Roxanne's record with 15, 17 losses, you think a person going to be easy. And then you go in there, find out it's a different story. Straya, what's going on? Straya, you know who Emmanuel Augustus is. You follow boxing. That's kind of where Angela Hill is. She's in that Roxy territory. Oh yeah, 20. Yeah, it's 20. 20 losses now, right? I didn't want to say it. I wasn't sure. I was about to say 20 something losses, but I thought y'all were gonna get on me about saying that. But it is true, ain't it? I can't even remember now. I lost. There was a time when I was counting her losses. It's a perfect 20. Yep, it's a perfect 20 now. Yeah, I used to say 17, 18, 19. But yeah, 20. But yeah, Angela Hill's that type of fighter. You look at her resume and you automatically think it's going to be easy work. But no, it's not. She's in that position in the rankings where she's got enough experience, a lot of experience. Maybe not enough to, to beat the elites or even the mid-level fighters, but the fighters below her, they're going to have a big test. They're the ones that are going to have a big test when they face Angela Hill. Hey, even Amanda Lemos, she didn't have the best fight with her. You know what I mean? Like Angela Hill, she gave her a tough fight. You know, Amanda Lemos, that style was frustrating for her, right? So I still think Amanda Lemos won that fight. And no, BJ, Angela Hill did not knock Amanda Lemos down or hurt her. Get that get that bum shot out of here, man. Angela Hill didn't hurt. Angela Hill didn't knock Lemos down, man. Get out of here. But yeah, Angela Hill is in a position where she is that lower level gatekeeper. If you can't beat her, you gotta go back to the drawing board and figure yourself out, man. Because you know she still got something about her that just agitates these fighters. They just can't figure it out. You know, unless you are just a very, very good grappler, like Vernon Jauregui, who else in the past? Random Marcos. You know, those Rose, they were the type of fighters that said, you know what, I'm not even going to try to stand with her. I'm going to take her down. You know, I'm going to take Angela Hill down and I'm going to dominate this way. You know, forget trying to strike with her. You know, we're going to take her to the ground. And Angela Hill has been working on the takedown defense, but if you're just a much better grappler, you know, she has no hope. And that's where it comes in with Emily Ducote for me. Emily Ducote may get pulled into a striking match, and I like her striking style, but I do not know if her striking will give Angela Hill fits. After watching the Loopy fight, and I thought Loopy was going to have some success with her boxing and her wrestling. I thought she was going to, you know, she did clock Angela Hill in the first round, but eventually Angela Hill found her bearings and she started putting it on Loopy. But again, you know, Loopy ain't got much of a defensive game. You know, she ain't got too much of a defense game. So Angela Hill had fun with that, right? But looking at Emily Ducote, you know, she was catching some shots. She was catching some shots from Panay. You know, Panay was Chin. Yeah, she opened that nose up because she fights at a good mid-range, but her head needs to move a little bit more. Emily Ducote, she punches with enough power and she has good timing, but you know, her head is still on the line. You know, it's still on the line a little too much. And if somebody like Angela Hill can use her angles and just throw her punches around, it could be a problem, you know. But the thing is about Angela, you know, still doesn't really hit that hard, you know, and that's what I always say about her. She needs to either, you know, become a strictly point fighter and, you know, touch them up, or you need to be sitting down on your shots to look for knockouts. You know, she could hit halfway decent. She could probably give Emily Ducote a lot of problems and earn her respect in this fight. But, you know, I see Emily Ducote trying to put pressure here. I see her trying to cut those corners off from Angela Hill. Angela Hill might want to stand her ground a little bit more. You know, she might be feeling herself a little bit, trying to make sure she can get to victory. So I can see her trying to land more here and take them chances. But taking chances in the pocket with Emily Ducote could be a problem. You know, like I said, you know, her straight right hand is a good one of her money punches. Her timing is pretty good. And when she lands them shots, know she's gonna be looking for takedowns. You know, she's gonna be looking for some takedowns here just to bag it and think Angela Hill's gonna lay. But that's where the problem comes in again, because Angela Hill's takedown defense is getting better. You know, I don't know what level Emily Ducote is on as far as her takedown defense right now, but I don't know if, well, not her takedown defense, but her takedown ability. It's not up to par with those fighters like Vernon Jauregui to me. It's not. So Angela Hill should have no problem slipping and sliding out and escaping in this one, you know? So looking at the numbers here, I wasn't really shocked. I was just kind of surprised that, you know, people were actually being honest in this one, because I thought that when people saw Emily Ducote, they were just going to say, oh, I'm going with Emily Ducote. You know, I thought they were gonna be on their feelings and say Emily Ducote wins this fight because she's good for this division. She's good for the division right now, right? But everybody thinks Angela Hill can still pull this thing out. She's got the experience, the skill. This is the battle of former Invicta champions. Should be a good one. I myself, I'm leaning towards Hill a little bit. I don't want to jinx it because Emily Ducote would be a much better move for the division to get it going. So I want to see her do something. I want to see her do something big, but I don't know if her style matches up well with Hill. You know, Lemos was having problems with her. And I think Lemos has more skills than Emily Ducote. So with that and the lack of defense, I could see Angela Hill edging this thing out, man. Honesty, want me to be truthful. I like Emily Ducote to win, but I think Angela Hill gonna win this thing. I think she might win this one. Or let me put it this way: she'll probably win a close decision, but it'll go Emily Ducote's way, right? That's how it usually happens. Oh man, as I would say, Ducote's a low volume, flat-footed counter striker. Yeah, and that could be the problem here because Angela's gonna be the awkward fighter. She's gonna be the volume puncher, and when takedowns come in, she's going to slip and slide out. Chin said I said that. Said what? What Zaman said or what? 2B said any plans on watching ONE FC? Yeah. Starts at 8, right? Y'all want me to cover it? Nah, I'm not covering it tonight, man. I'm hungry. I'm gonna sit back and watch it. Not covering ONE FC tonight, y'all. They got some good fights on here. Denise Zamboanga's on this card, right? Let me see. ONE FC. Yeah, we can do some videos later and talk about it. Because there's the Jackie Bunting fight, an Amber Kitchen fight. I want to see that Muay Thai fight. Then you got Lynn Hickwin and Denise Zamboanga. Yeah. So yeah, I want to check that out. Oh yeah. Chin said Emily may get a gift. Yeah. That could be a situation there. Yeah, I agree with that. Zama said you need dynamic style to beat Hill decisively. That's true. I mean, while we're here, we can look at the resume of Angela Hill. And you either have to have a very, very good ground game and takedowns, or like you said, dynamic, like Tisha can just pile up points and beat a tornado. Yeah. And Andrade, Andrade, she couldn't stop her, but yeah, like dynamic styles like, okay, Tisha, Rose choked her out in one round because, her ground game was jiu-jitsu was way better than Angela Hill's. That was easy work. Andrade, that's another dynamic style. Too much pressure, too much power. And then all these other fights were close. Random Marcos, again, the ground game was too much. The Jana won a unanimous decision. I wouldn't really call her. Well, she got more power, I guess. And I gotta watch that. I gotta watch that Jan Jana Angela Hill fight. Do y'all remember how that went? Was that like a beatdown or was it dominant? Do any of y'all remember that fight? Jan Jana? I can't remember it that well. Jan Jana and Angela Hill. How did that fight go? Was it close? Everything else was close to Waterson, Gedalia. But Tisha beat her again convincingly. Even then, Lemos fight was close. Courtney Casey, all those fights were close. But yeah, some fights, some fighters just can figure it out. And they're not wooed by her like some of these other fighters. So yeah, Emily Ducote gonna have to do something groundbreaking in there, man. Like, really attack that lead leg early. And time, her timing has got to be on point in this fight. Her timing is really going to save her in this type of fight, man. Sage, what's up, man? He said, no, it was not a beatdown. Hill got round 2, if I remember. Okay. Yeah, I can't remember, man. Because that fight was what? It was only 4 years. Yeah, 3 years ago. She was active, though. Angela Hill be fighting like everybody. So, yeah, it's hard to remember some of them. Yeah. She's a little bit more. Yeah. Yan Zhanan. I would say more so now with her combined, newly added wrestling techniques and grappling. I think Ducote, her counterpunching is what really impresses me. But I just think this is going to be a bad style matchup for her, man. Can she win? Yeah. Yeah, she can win. But dang, man, this is going to be... Darby Crash said, I root against Angela Hill ever since she blocked me on Twitter. Darby, what you do to get blocked, man? What'd you do to get blocked? Australia says, there reason for Cortez pulling out yet? Not yet. Medical condition. Still medical condition. Marcus said the shocker in the Ducote and Hill fight is if Ducote knocks out Hill. Yeah. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about the possibility of that. The possibility is high in the first couple rounds, though. Remember, if she can use her timing, like I said, if her timing comes into play, the possibility can be high. It can happen. It can happen. Loopy rocked her. Lamos rocked her with a head kick, like a front kick to the face, dropped her, right? So she can be hurt, but she recovers quick. But the possibility of actually like putting her out like she did Danielle Taylor, I don't see that. Maybe like she'd have to do some type of controversial stoppage where she gets dropped and the referee steps in and he sees a couple hammer fists. He goes, oh, that's enough. That's another thing about stoppages too. Like, I think referees, they have to know what fighter they're dealing with. Referees need to know the reputation of a certain fighter, like their recovery level sometimes. Like, does this fighter recover fast? Or does this fighter's chin crumble at one punch? Those are the fighters I gotta look to save. You know what I mean? Like, before a fight happens, you gotta be like, oh man, like the reputation is out for this fighter. He gets hurt easy. So I gotta make sure I'm watching closely. Oh, this fighter here, Justin Gaethje, oh man, he can take some bombs. I mean, I'm gonna save him if it gets ugly in there. But I know how quick he recovers, so I can step back and give him a little breathing room. That's just me. Chin said you want to block me on IG. Chin, what you do to get blocked on IG? What you do? Say something truthful or something? Sometimes when you say something for real to these fighters, they block. Like some people say whenever Megan Anderson hears something from somebody, she blocks them. Okay, Sage said anyone in here got rumors on Nunes at 283. There's a main event missing. You would think either Shevchenko or Pena, but Aldana would have been perfect on co-main. Brazil versus Mexico for both champions. Yeah, that's not bad. Word I heard is Nunes is back in training. So she could be preparing for that card. But yeah, she's been looking like she's back in training. That's what I've heard. Aldana might be the one though. Even though Juliana Pena's out here calling for it, she's out here calling for it. If Nunes was on a break, I was going to say I wanted to see Juliana Pena and Aldana fight, but if Nunes is back, shoot, Aldana's a different look. I like that style, honestly. Islam keeps insisting on that short guy thing. Don't be surprised if that short guy shocks the world. Yeah. Volkanovski, man. Straight as I said before, Hill is getting caught more and more, so her chin is probably isn't going to hold up for much longer. Yeah, that's true. Because combine her wanting to come forward more to win and impress the judges, she gonna be giving up defense, right? Yeah, nobody's durability holds up forever. Nobody's durability holds up forever like that. So yeah, whenever I looked at them fight straight, yeah, she got rocked by Loopy. Loopy just didn't have the education on how to, the IQ. Let me put it that way, the IQ on how to close in and stop her. Lamo, she got a little happy when she dropped her, and she had plenty of time to recover. You got to go in on Angela Hill though. You got to go in, man. Like when Angela Hill is hurt, you got to go in. You got to go in. She's Six says she's a gritty fighter. Yeah, she's gritty. Yes. Gabrielle says she thinks the UFC is struggling to find the headliner. Yeah, and unfortunately, for headliner, I don't think they would put some. Mm, would they make Nunes Aldana the headliner? I don't think they would though. It'd probably be co-main. Is that what you said earlier, Sage? Co-main. They said there's a main event missing. I think Nunes Aldana would be more of a co-main material. Gabrielle said, I hear Val versus Nunes might headline the Rio. Yeah. Now, if it's Nunes and Valentina, that would be the headliner. Sage said, Joanna's coming back, by the way. She liked 2 comments and 2 comments only on a recent Instagram of fans asking for a comeback. Gotta be Marina. Yeah. What Marina said, what Chen said, Marina wanted that fight, right? That's the fight she wanted. She called somebody out of the rankings. And that might be the case, y'all. Will I watch it? Yeah, I'll watch it. TJ said Angela Hill beats your favorite fighter. Yeah, she still got something about her that just stays in there, man. Yeah, 6, I think a co-main under Pieta or Jones fight. Yeah, I agree. It would have to be like, Aldana Nunes would, have to be like a co-main. Yeah, and I'm down with that, Chin. Like, if they can book this fight, Nunes, Valentina 3, the headline, I'm all for that. Let me see. UFC 3. Oh man. January 21st. January 21st. The real card is January 21st. Dang, that card got Lauren Murphy and Andrade on it too. That's right. And Jossie and Nunes on this one. Okay. TJ said Nunes Shevchenko 3 should be on the prelims on air. Dang. Oh man. I think Nunes will win the 6. 6 said Nunes for the win in the trilogy of Val. Yeah, I think Nunes is just too comfortable with Shevchenko, and she knows what she's bringing to the table now. She ain't gonna let her beat her like that, man. Not this time. She ain't gonna let her beat her like that. 2B said, I thought everybody was against it. Well, there's nothing else there for Val. I mean, what can you do right now? I mean, would I waste my time on it? No. Like if they had more flyweight contenders, but they're not doing the title fight. Manone is injured. Manone had surgery, right? Grasso is not ready. All right, 2Bs. So that's 3 right there. Number 4, this fight is going to happen again. The inevitable is going to happen. So if we can get it out of the way, just go ahead and make it happen. All right. So Yeah, I wouldn't pick this fight. I wouldn't say, "Oh, this is the fight I want," if there was legit contenders for Valentina right now. But with Valentina having to wait because she don't want Tyler right now, and with Minone out, what else can you do? You know, Estrella said to BJ, "Find that imposter yet?" I don't know. It was weird that when I looked at it to myself, I said, because I looked over there. And I was like, they've been mentioning my name over there. So, it's probably somebody that hates Carla Spars Australia. Because, I did videos about Carla and I saw a person's name over there. And I said, oh, okay, I see. Somebody over there doesn't like my view on Carla about leading up to the Wei Lee fight. And they bringing my name up with it. I was like, dang, y'all talking about me like that now? I was like, wow, y'all really hate Carla that much? I was like, wow. And they went all out and made a fake profile of BJ. I was like, gee whiz, y'all are some crazy people. Yeah, BJ, I went over there and looked. I was like, oh, here go my name. Nobody made a fake profile, but they was talking about me over there. I was like, weird, man. I was like, hey, I got an opinion on Carla. Just if you don't like it, don't come over here. Don't come over here and talk about me somewhere else. Like, that's weird. Gabriella said it helps the flyweight division if Val goes up and fights Nunes so they can figure out who's next. Exactly. Right. Yeah. Like, I don't really, like I said, I'm not really a big fan of it now because I still think Nunes won both fights. But, in the meantime, let the flyweight division get right. Let the flyweight division figure out what they want to do. Let the flyweight division do what they want to do. Six said Carla versus Andrade. Who you got? Andrade. Sage said Valentina versus Zhang is a war waiting to be booked. Let Zhang get through Lamos and Rose, then make it. I want one more name on that resume first, Sage. It's got to be a rematch with Andrade. I want to see her do it one more time. I want to see her defend that title 3 times and then maybe move up. I would love to see her. I'd love to see her defend it multiple times, like 4 or 5. But if there's a money fight and she can dominate Lamos and get back off of Rose and stop Andrade again just to put the cherry on top, that's where I'm at. 6 at checking where your heads at. Oh, come on now. Andrade is Andrade, baby. Oh man, Andrade just ain't the same. He said it ain't the same without you. 2B said it ain't the same without James Press. Listen to this. James Press said Bullet. Whaley won't be a war at all, more like a neutralizing affair. Easy work. He said the one doesn't get in wars. Too good for that. What do you think of that, Sage? Did you hear what he said? He said it ain't a war. He said it's easy work. Sage said, right, Andrade is next once she smashes Murphy. Who Murphy, boy? Murphy, boy. She got her hands full. Even though Murphy's a bigger fighter in this one. Straya said Nunes has her 2-0 bullet now, so she won't hold back in the third fight. I think she'll knock her out like she did Cyborg if they fight again. Really? I think she'll take more chances with him leg kicks too, man. Like what Tyler did. Amanda need to go in there and break through that guard. Stop showing a lot of respect. Because Juliana Pena, she was hitting her with some shotgun punches, some shotgun jabs, and Nunes held up well for the moment. But Valentina, with her being a little bit more sparingly with some of her strikes, she got to bust through that guard. She got to go downstairs at low kicks, and then come up top with them left hands, with them right hands. Excuse me. GP said even if Whaley beats Rose this time around, Rose still has 2 wins over her. They'd have to fight a few times. Yeah, that's what makes a trilogy ugly whenever you already lost 2, right? but it would put her in a better place. I'm sure it would make her say, okay, I figured this out for now. It would have to turn in the best, 3 out of 5. But I would take it. Marcus said Val versus Nunes will be another chess match. Gabrielle said Whaley versus Val needs to be built correctly. Think Whaley needs to defend 3 times. Exactly. Yes, Gabrielle. That's what I'm saying. Go fight Lemos, fight Rose, fight Marina or Andrade, whoever's next. Or even if you fight Marina, just throw in 3 or 4. Joanna, she didn't fight Valentina until she was done, really done, with straw weight. So I think rack up as many as you can till you get bored with the division and say, okay, I got the skill level now. It's time to fight that next boss. Yeah. I think she should break Joanna's record too. Try to break Joanna's record or at least tie it. And then that'll make people say, oh, wow, maybe this girl does have something like 115, because nobody's kept the belt as long as Joanna. And if Whaley can do that, she owns it. Sage said Whaley's getting better and better. She's going to touch Val up and stuff those takedowns, especially if it's in China. She's turning into a Mulan, son. Dang. You hear that, James? Gabriella said WMMA needs big money fights. It does, man. It really does. Really, who is a big money now? Holly's out the door. Who else is big money? Like, of course, your big champions, but they don't really bring in the type of money. Like, you got fighters with big fan bases like Molly McCann, but they're not championship material. They still got a big fan base, but they're not champions. 2B said Carla Rose and Whaley got the rock, paper, scissors effect. Yeah. James Press said Whaley not touching nothing up on the feet. She'll get countered all night long. TJ's anyway, good evening, folks. Got business to take care of. All right. See you later, TJ. Bullet Whaley now is not a big money fight. No, it's not. I would wait. Yeah, I agree with that, Sync. Yeah, I believe in cross promotion, man. Like unification with boxing. Like, yeah, when you unify belts, there can only be one, right? When you start doing undisputed, it makes sense. Like that way, Nunes and Cyborg maybe could have got their rematch. Then Kayla Harrison would have had no excuses if the Chris Cyborg fight was on the table or something like that, Or you could see Valentina start to mix it up by unifying with like a Bellator champion. You know what I mean? Just to kind of make things a little bit crazier. But you don't want it to get too out of hand because some of the lower level organizations, they're not on that level. Because even some of the Bellator fighters aren't. So you don't want it to get too crazy. Sage said, I think they're going to make a huge money fight. Kayla versus Nunes after 269 sacrifice. But that sacrifice started chucking punches. Yeah. Oh, yeah, man. Oh, yeah. She messed that whole thing up at the time. 2B said Juju Miller news at all. Yeah, she's been dealing with some family stuff, but fight news is on the horizon. No name yet, but she has some news on. She has a fight lined up. Fight news is lined up. No name yet. Gabriella said, but if UFC won't do it because it will hurt their image if one of their champions loses. Right, that's true. Right. GP said, "Come on, Casey, it's the big money fight. Record breaking pay per views easy." Casey, who GP? James Krause. Is there more news on James Krause? You mean besides the Chin? Do you mean besides the Megan Anderson and Laura, that whole debacle going on, or the gambling thing? I mean, he's got his hands in everything. Oh yeah, he got suspended, huh? Let's see. UFC coach suspended fighter giving boot over betting scandal. Yeah, so yeah, because I heard about the betting thing a couple weeks ago, but he finally got suspended, huh? Mm. And James Krause, he was doing it his way, boy. James Krause is out here doing it his way. Okay, Chen said, yeah, the gambling stuff. Biggest WMMA fight right now is Cyborg Nunes, but not going to happen. That's what Darby says. Okay. Marcus Bell said, calling a Valentino versus Whaley big money fight right now is almost like buying one of those Soldier Boy game consoles, thinking that you have the best gaming system in the world. Right. It ain't, it ain't no PlayStation, right? You got to have years in, PlayStation got years in games, and Xbox got years in games in, man. I'm putting my faith in those systems during Christmas. My kid wanted something. No, forget that. I don't have no kids, but if I want a system, that's what I'm going to first. GP said Casey O'Neal gonna be pay-per-view numbers. Oh man. But yeah, man, it's been fun. I'm about to wrap this one up. I know BJ, you about to go live here, because I'm about to go chill, and I'm gonna listen to your live here while I sit back and eat something. But yeah, that's pretty much about it though. As far as the fights go, we only got these two. I'm gonna still do the fight companion tomorrow. I'm gonna go with Yasmin Jauregui, and I think Angela Hill might edge this thing out. Yeah, he just coaches. Yeah, he coaches Australia. Yeah, he just coaches. Yeah, it felt like I haven't been offline for a while. So, I'm trying to maybe I'll jump back on early tomorrow and talk about something else. But yeah, this is all I got tonight. I just wanted to talk about fights and WMA in general. Yeah, I think Nunes and Cyborg, that is still like a big fight. That's still like one of the biggest fights that could happen. If it happens, it happens. If it don't, I'm not really gonna lose sleep over it, because it happened. We already got to witness some history with it, and that's where it is. Sage said Yasmin about to bang. That's a main card fighter right there. I agree, man. I like her, man. Yasmin Jauregui. I think she can go here and do something. Look at these numbers, Sage. I posted a poll, and people actually think Estela Nunes is going to beat Yasmin Jauregui. Brandon Marino and a slew of others, bro. You got to Google. He said, Jasmine has a fight too. Oh, she does. Okay. Jasmine got a fight too. I wonder if it's Kareem Silva. Remember Liddell versus Rampage 1. UFC learned his lesson. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Nunes Cyborg rematch. That would have been a good main event too. It would have. It would have. Okay, y'all. I'm done for the night. Catch me tomorrow. I might jump on live early in the day or something. But I'm definitely coming back on for the fight companion tomorrow. We're going to watch these two women's fights. Throw down. 7 p.m. is the prelims tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern time. So we're going to watch these two, since Tracy Cortez and Amanda Boss is off. Yeah. Chris Cyborg is on that Bud undercard, man. David Avanesian fight. Yeah, 6 said he'd watch the Cyborg Nunes boxing match. Yeah, I would watch that. I think boxing, I would have to give Cyborg the edge. Pure boxing. All right, Sage. Yeah, see y'all later. Have a good day, man. And if you haven't, since you new in here, make sure you subscribe. Definitely enjoy your points that you bring up. And welcome to the chat, man. 6 said I would love a Nunes Cyborg boxing match. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I'm out, y'all. Hit that subscribe button. If you haven't, hit the like button. And yeah, I'll see y'all tomorrow night. Combo Breaker 99. I'm out. Subscribe. Peace.